Folks, the big dog is going zen today. We're gonna be doing a lot of breathing in and a lot of breathing out, all right? So just be prepared. You're gonna get a lot of that on this mic today. But shout out The Space. No free ads, no free shout outs. They're not even asking me to do this, but I gotta shout them out. I come here all the time for breathwork classes, cold plunges, sauna. I can't get enough of this place, man. It's improved the quality of my life in a big way. So today, we're gonna have a hell of a video for you. Stay tuned, baby. Here we go.
Grateful for, what are you looking forward to?
My name is Brady. I'm grateful for a lot of things. You know, I went for a walk this morning, and it's something as simple as being grateful for your 2 legs at work. That's, if you really focus on that, it makes you feel good. And made some strides in my health recently that I'm real proud of, and we're continuing to make those. And things are going well.
You're not going to be able to fill up your lungs or your diaphragm as much as the first and second round, okay? Just take a second. Nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to be. You have everything you need right here, right now, in this moment. Opening up your heart, allowing those sensations to come in.
When I'm breathing, I like to imagine I'm like breathing in gratitude almost. Like all the things in my world that I'm grateful for. I try to imagine that I'm inhaling that.
Don't blow it out. Deep breaths, let it go. Don't force it out, let it out.
And then all that negativity and nastiness and negative emotions, I kind of picture me blowing out on the exhale.
That was something. I feel like a different man every time I wrap up one of these things, man. Oh. That and partially deaf, because I think it blows out my ear and to a certain extent, man. It's good to get out of your head every once in a while, you know? Man. I don't know what the hell this lady's ever sang. They always play this song at the end, or yeah, I don't know what the hell she's saying, but she's speaking to me, man.
Vibrations, man.
Dude, seriously, man.
You don't even understand it.
You really don't. Well, there's so many. It's man. So we did our breath work. Now we got to do a little hot and cold exposure, folks. Come on with me.
Cold plunge benefits include relieving muscle soreness, aiding with recovery after workouts, reducing inflammation, and boosting immunity. Some report that it also helps with mental health stuff, like improving clarity and reducing depression or anxiety. Someone online equated like, you do a bump of Coke, and it gives you like this dopamine rush for like 30 minutes, right? But then like the exposure that you get from being in cold water, it gives you like that dopamine release through like 12 hours or something like that. I'm not endorsing, you should go figure that out for yourself.
I don't even like cocaine, I just like the smell of it, alright?
I do know, I always feel better. Like right now, I just feel good.
I just feel it's kind of hard to put into words, but man, you gotta get some cold water here and there, man.
Worst part is I get it in my fingers and my toes.
They go numb?
Oh yeah, quick. Everything else is fine, but fingers, toes, and like, I even have to take them out sometimes, but.
It gets really cold. I'm at the point now where if it's like at my neck or below, everything on my main body is fine, but like just my fingertips, they start to, it just hurts, you know? But it's one of those things where I think it's also, there's a mental toughness aspect to it as well, where getting in that cold water, what was it today? Like 52 degrees. Like that's not an easy task. Most people would prefer to not get in 52 degree water. I like to make that like a part of my day early. Eat the frog, right? That slimy, ugly, nasty frog.
Now why am I in it?
Eat it first, and that frog for me is getting in ice cold water and sitting in it for a couple minutes. So
You know, it's funny. I had a coach, first time I ever did a cold plunge. We went hot, then cold. So I went from a sauna to the cold plunge, and he got down close to me as I got in for the first time ever. And he's like, I want you to imagine, deep in your gut, deep in your soul, the heat from that sauna is still inside you, and it's slowly leaking out to all your fingers, all your toes, all your limbs, all four of them, up to the top of your head. I was like, shut up, dude, what are you talking about? And then all of a sudden, my whole body went like room temperature. At that moment, I was like, I don't know what just happened, but something just happened of significance.
Do you ever get accustomed to it, or is every time like, whoop, here we go again?
I think I'm starting to learn that it's way more mind over matter. Don't get me wrong, when you put your feet in the tub for the very first time, no matter how many times you've done it, it sends a signal up to your brain that you're getting into something cold. I will say, it's gotten a lot. The first time I did it, I could not go past a few minutes. Like, it was just physically cold. Like, it just hurt. Now I'm getting to the point where it's a lot easier. I can do 2, 3, 4 minutes just without even thinking, without even blinking. But it takes time, it takes practice, like all things. Well, dude, consistency, it's the name of the game, man, you know? I just want that wide variety of different colors, man. We want the oranges and the greens and the reds and the purples and we want it all.
Do you have a favorite vegetable you prefer over any of the rest?
I don't really like any of them, to be honest with you. I still eat them.
Yeah.
I don't know, is a tomato technically a vegetable? I don't think so, right? Maybe carrots. There we go. That's a go-to, I guess. Give me some protein. Come on. I think we're good to go. What do we got here? This is the real stuff, man. Blue cheese. Chunkier the better, man. Dude, some people live by this stuff. Some people can't stand it. There you go. This looks good enough, right?
All forks.
They don't want to see us win, dog. They don't want to see us win.
They don't want us to win.
And after that, breathwork.
Dude, that was a battle, man. I was doing the arm pumping and all that stuff. That was good. Man, I haven't seen. It's funny. I was talking to a guy in the sauna about that.
I got this bracelet from a guy in the steam room back in Arizona. You got what?
And it's so funny that he said that, because I had never seen anybody do breath work with you pump your arms besides a random Netflix video with Tony Robbins in it from like 8 years ago. It was the first and last time I'd ever seen anybody do that. And the fact that he was able to pull that up, I'm like, that's wild to me. That's the first time today. I've never done that with my arms. I've always like been through your nose, out through your mouth and all that, but that was an experience, man. I find when I'm just dead silent, I close my eyes at the beginning of the exercise and I don't open them until the very end, and I can just tune everything out. Those are the best ones, I find, because I can just
I can get out of my own head. I can get out of my own body. It's fantastic. Like today, when there's a little bit more movement involved and there's the flexing at the end, at the beginning, and you're holding it at the top and at the bottom, it's sometimes a little tougher, but just as rewarding. I mean, it's a part of my daily routine at this point. I can't not do it. There's a tune in one of the songs that Socrates plays in the beginning, and it's like a background tune. I can't even put my finger on it if I wanted to, but the personal development world has done wonders for me, and I love it. It means a lot. And the very first like motivational video I ever watched ever that I can remember was the Eric Thomas, when you want to breathe as bad as you want to succeed, then you'll be, that story. And there's a tune in the background of that sound, that video that is in one of the songs that he plays. So when I'm doing the breath work, I tap into that a little bit. So I kind of go back to like my being a kid a little, but I think about my grandma. You know, she was someone that always believed in me growing up when not a lot of people did. So I can get a little emotional sometimes doing that. Everyone's different. I've seen some people with their hands up, some people have their hands on their sides, some people are actively like engaged, some people are totally dead limp. So I just think it's such a valuable, it's like guided meditation to a certain extent. And it's really good for you too, physically. To my knowledge, no disease can survive in the human body if it's an oxygen-rich environment. And I think it's called hypoxia or something like that. Almost all major illnesses and disease are linked to an oxygen-deficient environment. So when you every day are just flooding your body, flooding every cell in your body with oxygen, it can't hurt. So there's a lot of benefits to it that I found that I keep going back for a reason, you know, so.
When did you decide like to be a business owner, or why did you decide to go that route?
It started with Brady's landscaping company. Maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. It just started off when I was at we call it the lake, Cayuga Lake. And I kind of sort of grew up there, but there's this little community of folks that are kind of seasonal, they come and go, but I just offered to do like housework or like get the seaweed off their shores or anything like that. And I just loved the idea. Or like my grandpa, he'd pay me $2 he'd mow the lawn and I would pick up the clumps or whatever, right? And clean up. I don't know if it came from it wasn't a hatred of 9-to-5s. And it's not even a hatred now, but like you couldn't pay me enough money to work for someone else. You couldn't. But I think it just started off as, I don't know where it came from. Honestly, I think I just started thinking, I don't know if I was born thinking differently or maybe I was just around the right people. Like my grandpa was in business for himself as an accountant for years. He still is. He does people's taxes seasonally now just to stay busy. I don't know if it was a mixture of that or maybe I saw an episode of like Shark Tank or something as a kid. I have no clue where it came from, but as far back as I can remember, I've always seen value in working for myself, being independent.
So, as a business owner, entrepreneur, what would you say has been your biggest hurdle?
I would say the biggest hurdle, man, is those types of people have to think different. You've got to act different. You've got to do things different on a daily basis. Your values, your belief systems, they all have to be a little bit different if you want to find success. And as a result, it can be very lonely at times because, at least this is my personal experience, but I found that a lot of my friends that don't really take chances on themselves, the idea of risk is like a scary, scary, forbidden word. Like they're in their own little protected bubble. Like you get to a certain point where, I know for me at least, I kind of think of it like the teat is no longer producing any milk. You know what I mean? I'm going back to relationships and friendships where it's like we're just on two completely different routes. You know what I mean? And it can be lonely. You know, they call it the lonely road for a reason, but I mean, if you can find just a couple people who are on the same road as you, man, oh man, it makes a world of difference. But I would say that's been one of my biggest, I'm not gonna speak for everyone. For me, I've always felt a little different. You know what I mean? It's hard, it's a little tougher to maintain solid relationships. It's a little, because not every, I'm just a unique cat, man. And you kind of have to be if you want to be in this space.
Unique cat or dog?
A dog, yeah, I'm a unique dog, man. Yeah, we don't want no kitty cats around here, man. Come on. And so the guy in the sauna was asking me about that. Like, what's the end goal? What's the finale? And I'm like, I don't really know, dude. Like, I look up to these people who have provided so much value to me, the Bradleys, the Ed Milet's, the Tony Robbins, like all these guys, right? These titans. And in a perfect world, I'd love to be like them. Now, I don't want to be them. I want to be Brady Flanders, but I just want to have an impact, man. Have an impact on people, inspire people to think bigger, do bigger, be bigger. To pursue their dreams and to get to work and to get off their asses and to have a vision for their future and their family. Like, that inspires me. Just think that lights me up. It really does. So I'm not in this for the, I think Brad told a story once though, like some company gave him like a Rolls Royce just for shouting out their company or something. He gets to drive it around for. That's cool. Like there's benefits to having a following, but deal flow, like I want to own more businesses and real estate and all this, like that'll come naturally by association, but I don't really have an end goal, I guess. I'm just trying to continuously add value and give to the world, and that's it. There's no expectations. I like to work around the outside of the grocery store. Is what you're going to find on the outside of the grocery store are your produce, your meats. It's going to transition you into your good dairies and stuff, but right in the middle is where you're going to find like the canned stuff. You're going to find this peanut butter and juice. You got the cereals. You got the sodas. You got all the frozen meals and stuff, like, but if generally speaking, if you can stick to the outside of the grocery store, it's usually gonna do you a lot better, is what I found at least. This is the biggest scam on planet Earth, and it's not even close. Pre-cut fruit. Now, am I still gonna be lazy and get it? Probably, because I don't wanna cut it. I guess that's where the, there we go. We'll get some fruits, and I want some melon. There we go. That'll be $97. I gotta mix it up. My entire fridge is like, well, Carlos, I'm sure a dude fridge. You know what a dude fridge looks like? That's my fridge in a nutshell, dude. It's like packages of like ground beef and some supplements in my fridge, and that's it. So I do have to come in here habitually and like. Not real. Well, I've got a general idea. Like every day I know I want to consume a couple 100 grams of protein, so I strategize where that's going to come from, but like stuff like this, it's just stuff that's good for me, you know? Fruits and veggies, different colors. One thing I've really got into lately is venison, which for the folks at home, if you don't know, deer, but Whole Foods sells it. I'm a raving fan. It's like, it just feels better going down than like ground beef does for some reason. It just feels healthier. Venison. Yeah, a little bit, but dude, everyone's always like complaining about gamey. Like I like gamey. I like my food to taste like fish. Oh, that fish is too fishy. It's like, it's the whole point of fish. It's why I like fish. What are you? Are you a milk traditionalist? You go almond milk? Anything special?
There's a brand called Moana.
Moana.
They have it in here though.
I don't think so. Like, look, I'm gonna get the milk anyway, but it's got some protein in it. Everything I eat is based around protein in some way, shape, or form, I find. Like, the fruits and veggies, maybe not so much, but it's usually a complement to something that I'm eating that has meat in it. And fruits and veggies aren't gonna add a whole lot to your calorie count at the end of the day, so. Oh, baby, here we go. This is where the magic's at. Oh, baby. This is the magic sauce. Everyone loves to shit on this stuff. 0% non-fat. Everyone thinks it's the most disgusting thing. This is from the gods.
All right, this is 0% Greek. Ooh.
Cheat code.
No, it's a cheat code. Well, dude, it's the cheat code. Look at this. So on the nutrition, so you've got 5 servings per container, and each serving has 18 grams. So if you were to sit down, realistically, I don't think anyone's going to sit down and hammer 2 pounds of yogurt in one sitting. If you are, you're a lunatic. But dude, there's almost 100 grams of protein in here, and at 90 calories a serving, you're looking at 400. You could realistically eat 8 pounds of yogurt a day. Again, don't do this. 8 pounds of yogurt a day and still stay below a calorie threshold. So, but if you mix this stuff with protein powder or other stuff to make it taste a little bit better without adding to the calories or sugar, this is the foundation right here. And it's good for your belly. It's good for your gut microbiome too. It's got like sunflower, safflower, like the cool, like in my mind, I'm like, oh, sunflower seed oil, that's gotta be good for you. It's not. I try to avoid seed oils and anything that has unnecessary added sugar to it. Like this stuff right here has 5 grams of sugar per serving, but it has 0 grams of added sugar. Like that sugar's naturally consistent in that product. This one, same thing, 0 grams added sugar. That's the key I always look for. Oh shit, here's the weird stuff. All right, we are certifiably in white person territory with this thing right here. Drinkable yogurt or kefir or whatever. It might sound a little weird, and it is, but it's a staple for me. I like it. Ooh, they rebranded. Look at them, fancy. This right here is my secret. This is the best kept secret in the industry, I think. Actually, I kind of like this, I think. This is Zevia. They've got 0 calorie soda, which you might be thinking, isn't that just diet soda? Yeah, basically. But this stuff, I don't know what the hell they do to it, or it's good. It's really, really, really good. Zevia. And they got every flavor. Orange, cream soda, black cherry, grape, ginger ale, root beers, caffeine-free, cola, ginger ale. I mean, it's just like that stuff. It's a magic trick. If you can take a soda and drink it, and then no calories comes out of it, it's like an abracadabra. It's a cheat code, man. Organic ground beef. The ground turkey stuff, it's kind of a scam. Like, I don't know exactly how all the math works, but with ground turkey, it doesn't go by like 93.7. It's based on like volume or something. So if it ever says lean turkey, like whatever percentages, it's not what you think. Again, I don't know all the formulas and science behind it, but this stuff though,
I always spank my dough. Who's your daddy?
Is a banger. Look at this. 4 servings per container, 25 grams of protein per serving. You sit down and you munch on this, you have 100 grams of protein in one sitting, man. For what's 34 times 2? 68. 680 calories for 100 grams of protein. Are you kidding me? Goodness, great. For what, $10? I eat, generally speaking, 1 to 2 pounds of that every day. So, I mean, it works beautifully for me. Every time you have an ibuprofen or a couple of beers, any alcohol, it just throws everything back out of whack. So, for me, I don't know. I'm not perfect, but I certainly try to, like, this is a pretty damn healthy cart right here. This is some good stuff. Woo-woo section of Whole Foods. I mean, you can look around here. You got green vibrance to superfoods to coffee, mushroom coffee and calcium citrate. I don't know what the hell any of this stuff is, but I do know that I need some ACV and I need some chia seeds. What do they do? I don't really know, but I know they're important. Lion's male.
Chia seed pudding?
No, I do have a secret recipe though. I do Greek yogurt, a scoop of protein powder. Make sure I gotta get the consistency right, and then I'll put a little bit of chia seed in. It makes it fantastic. It's like a late night high protein snack that works for me. I don't understand how some of this stuff works too, where it's like, all right, I want a healthy gut. This one's got 30 billion, 90 billion, 50 billion, 20 billion, 90 billion, 200 billion.
24,
25, 26, 27, 28, yeah, yeah.
Then you got women's 85 billion. Like, I don't know how this, it's supposed to be good though, I guess. Now, seeing as I'm an expert at this, my guess is gonna be $179.80, and if I'm within $10 of that, you gotta like and subscribe, folks. You gotta like and subscribe. Damn, they don't have to subscribe. The whole channel's gonna collapse in on itself now. Damn, $195 for it was the turkey tail. Folks, we did it again. It's a matter of supply and demand. The fans demand bangers. Folks, I'm happy to supply you with the bangers, all right? Today was a great video. We did a little bit of breath work at the space. Shout out the space. Some cold plunge, some heat exposure in the sauna. I mean, we're living in South Florida, so heat exposure already is kind of a thing. And then we did a little bit of health grocery shopping at Whole Foods. Yes, I'm a very wealthy man. We just spent a couple mortgage payments in there on fucking produce, all right? But that's just for you, the fans, all right? Anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment below if you're feeling it. Like, subscribe, it's the only way we grow, and I'll see you next time. Come on!